Greetings and salutations, viewers. I'm StarPrincessHLC, and welcome back to Interactive Horror Stories. When we last left off, we took care of the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Sort of. That was kind of a weird one. But either way, now we're moving on to Evil Beneath the Ground. Ooh, what's gonna be in this one? You are a goth university student with no friends, because, you know, that's typical, right? You join a school trip to a lake and the forest near it. If you decide to wander in the forest tonight, you'll find bare footprints. Those are coming from a black hole with a ladder. Will you descend down? Well, I guess we'll just have to see. You are a young university student who identifies as a goth. You are a lonely person. People think that you want to be alone, but in fact, you couldn't find someone you felt affinity. You felt an affinity towards. Everyone is so distant from you. Nobody you know listens to the music that you love, like Bauhaus, This Mortal Coil, The Sisters of Mercy, etc. I don't know any of those. I am very much out of the loop. You heard about a university field trip to a lake and the forest around it in autumn. There would be a picnic. Also, alcohol is permitted. You could bring your own drinks. I guess prohibition's not the case in this one. I mean, granted, prohibition was a long time ago, but you never know. I think some schools are very strict about the whole no booze situation. You join the field trip. Not only maybe you could make some new friends, but you also love the nature, especially when it's a cold season. Yes, cold like my heart. But of course, you couldn't make new friends once again. During the 2 hours of bus travel, you found out that every other student who joined the trip were already friends. They simply ignored you. You also didn't approach them. So, how do you know? You could have tried talking. As a result, all you could do during the bus trip was look through the outside the window or play games on your phone, while you listened to their joyful laughters. You have mixed feelings about this picnic by the lake. You can't feel yourself as a part of the joyful group who are enjoying the nature trip. After having a picnic barbecue, they played a game with a ball in which they formed a circle and tried not to let the ball touch the ground. Everyone participated in the game, except for you. It wasn't hacky sack. But you enjoy the nature trip somehow. As said before, you love the nature. You took pictures of the lake with your phone. You don't plan to post the pictures anywhere, though. And there's a huge forest near the picnic area. You have always found peace in the green of the forests. After the sunset, people began to light a campfire and drink. People around your age generally prefer beer, but you don't like it. You feel it overfills your stomach and causes nausea after 2 cans. Instead, you prefer stronger drinks. Tonight, you brought a bottle of red wine and a wine glass. Except beer has, I think, more alcohol in it than wine? I don't know. They gathered around the campfire while you drank your wine alone away from them. A handsome guy brought his guitar from the bus and began playing it around the fire, while you finished your second glass of wine. Campfire and moon illuminate the darkness. Sun already has set. There are about 5 hours for the picnic to end. You will be going back to the city with buses. He's playing a calming song. You might join the group, but you also feel a strong urge to have a walk in the dark forest. Sure, let's join the group. You approach the group. 2 girls notice you. They open a space for you to sit between them. Hey, see? You gotta try opening up, I guess. One of them is blonde, the other has long black hair. They wear colorful clothes, contrasting with your black outfit. How are you? Blonde girl says, well, you're fine. They neither say anything else, nor ask how you are. What are your names? The one with black hair says, we have boyfriends. I only asked your names. You are trying so hard, aren't you? The blonde says, and they both laugh. Fuck you, I've tried to be nice. Pretty much. And that's probably one of the only times you're ever going to hear me say the F word on here. They don't like what you say, but they don't react either. They keep sipping their beers as you leave them. You can stay with the other students or go to the forest. Sure, I'll stay. Nothing interesting happens to the rest of the day. You finish your bottle of wine and can't make any friends as usual. When the time comes, you get on the bus and go back to the city. Yes, it's a lame ending, but at least you're still alive and human. Huh. Figures. Figures. Alright, fine. I'll actually be stupid and go wandering into the woods because I'm an idiot. You stand up and wander away from the picnic. You feel the call of the dark forest. So you walk along the path into the forest. The trees are high and still green. Maybe they stay green in all seasons, so you don't know your field is not biology. The soil is wet and muddy. It must have rained before your group arrived at the lake. You leave boot prints on the soil as you walk. There are no clouds in the sky. Full moon and stars illuminate the forest, but that's not enough for your eyes. You turn on the flashlight of your phone. There is an app for it, too. You can't clearly see, but notice rabbits in the distance. Naturally, they run from you as they noticed your presence. Makes sense. You begin to think that you might have gone too far away from the picnic, but there's nothing interesting in the picnic area. You sort of feel like the darkness of the forest is your friend. Only friend. Well, I guess we're continuing on the path. You continue on the forest path. After a few minutes, you notice footprints on the soil. They seem to belong to a human with bare, big feet, probably a man. The prints come across the path. Sure, I'll follow him. You follow the footprints on the soil. They keep changing directions. You find yourself at an elevation and the prints stop here. Whoever was walking, he didn't leave prints, those you could follow anymore. Leave prints those you could follow anymore, I guess. I'm not sure how you say that. He might have gone anywhere as he didn't follow a single direction. Let's just keep going, follow his route back. You decide to go to the place where he comes from. After a long walk, you find yourself at a hole. There is a lid and a long rope near it. The man clearly comes from the hole, his footprints prove it. When you hold your phone's light into the black hole, you see that there is a ladder inside the hole. You can't see the end of the hole from your position. As a curious and drunk boy, you feel a strong urge to descend. Oh, I'm a boy. I thought I was a girl for some reason. I don't know why. Alright, well, let's descend into madness. As you need to use both your hands to climb down, you put your phone into your jeans pocket, turning off the light. You start climbing down. After a few seconds, moon and stars above no longer illuminate what you see. You are in pitch black, and the ladder still continues. Finally, your feet touch the ground. You are so distant from the forest that you can't see the entrance of the hole from where you are. You carefully get on your 2 feet. You can see nothing yet. Well, I guess I'll turn on my flashlight. The place you are is made of concrete. There is a long corridor in front of you. It is narrow, about 1 meter wide. It is not very high. There are only a few centimeters between your head and the ceiling of the corridor. You smell a terrible odor. It's the mixture of feces and something you can't understand. Probably more feces. I'm hoping. There are 3... Well, actually, no, I'm not hoping for that either, but what can you do? There are 3 doorless holes along the concrete corridor, making 3 rooms to discover. Let's start with the first room. An empty wooden coffin. A mirror hangs on the wall. A bloody razor and a black whip stand in front of the mirror. In the mirror, you see your reflection and the terror on your face. Alright, second room. You're shocked to find a chained woman in this room. The chain is tied on her ankle. She looks in her 40s, too weak, her bones are noticeable, and has a pale skin with lots of scars. She's on her knees. She is naked. Her body is lightly hairy, except for her pubic area. It is quite hairy. Thank you, we did not need to know that. Contrasting her hairy body, her head is shaved. Okay. She stinks. Not only the smell of feces, but it looks like she wasn't washed for years. She screams as you point the light to her. Who are you? She doesn't answer your question, but yells with despair. Help me! He keeps me here. Alright. You crouch down to her tied foot. There's no way you can remove the bracelet from her anklet. You also notice that her pinky toe is missing. What happened to your toe? He made me eat it! Oh, okay. You crouch down to her tied foot. There's no way... Okay, let me try to find the key. You try to leave the room, but something you don't understand happens. At the exit of the room, you hit something that wasn't visible in front of you. Yes, you saw nothing in front of you, yet you hit something. The invisible man? You fall onto the floor, and an invisible force carries you and repeatedly smashes your head to the wall. You hear the woman shrieking as you black out. When you wake up, you find yourself lying on the concrete floor in pitch darkness. By the smell, you understand that you are in the same place. Whoever is keeping you captive, he stripped you from all your clothes. You are naked and cold. There is a gag on your mouth, so you can't shout and communicate with the woman. She might be gagged too. You stand up and try to walk away, but your ankle is tied with a chain. You can walk only in a chamber with 1 meter of radius. Your foot touches a metal bucket. It's probably where he expects you to defecate. You lose all your sense of time here. You wait for an unmeasurable time for something to happen. You are thirsty and hungry. Sometimes you hear your phone rings. It's in a different room. The piano melody is It's the Fear by Within Temptation, an ironic name for your situation. They probably notice that you are missing and try to reach you, especially your parents. They must have become mad. Of course you can't answer the call. Finally, you hear footsteps. You hear your captor coming to your room. You're unable to see anything. He takes your gag off. Apparently he has no problem with seeing in pitch black. And you hear his voice. Drink. It belongs to an old man. A dominant, ordering voice. You feel the tip of a bucket on your lips. Who are you? I'm your new master. You better behave well. You are mine now. Now drink or I won't give you it once again. All right. It is water what he is offering. You drink it. Not the best water you drink, but it could be taken from the lake. Or it could be taken from the lake, but you have no other choice, it seems. After you drink enough, he puts the bucket on the ground. Now he brings something else into your lips. Eat. You're too hungry to refuse. Okay. You allow him to put the thing in your mouth. It's meat, but raw. You would never eat raw meat except for sushi, but now you chew it slowly. It is rabbit, he says. You swallow the meat despite how it disgusts you. After you eat all he gives you, he puts the gag on your mouth and leaves the room without saying another word. After a while, he comes back as you were lying on the floor. Stand up, he orders you. Okay. You get on your 2 feet clumsily. He grabs your body and you feel 2 sharp fangs on your neck. He starts draining your blood. And you understand the true nature of your captor. He's a vampire? You have no idea how long you have been a prisoner here. You're mostly alone in the room, doing nothing with a gag on your mouth. He occasionally comes back to feed you and himself. Sometimes you hear loud sounds from the other room. He tortures the woman. She screams and begs him to stop, but he doesn't. You hear a whip hit the naked flesh of the woman. But for some reason he doesn't harm you, only the woman. You haven't seen anything for a long time. You have no idea what he looks like. Sometimes you hear sobbing, but it doesn't belong to the woman, to the captor. He cries loudly for some reason. Someday, or night, you can't figure out, he shows up and takes your gag off. I have done research about you, learned everything about you. He says your name, shocking you. We have some common points. We both like the dark. We are both outcasts, lonely souls in this world of darkness. I will make you an offer only once, so make your decision wisely. I can make you an immortal like me. You will no longer be in chains. You will have a life or unlife in the dark like you have always wanted. Or you can stay as immortal and wait for the day you will die here as my prisoner. Alright, well, I guess, for this one I'll say I must stay human. Suddenly you feel a sharp pain in your shoulders. You hear the loud sound of a whip. He whips you continuously, feeling zero empathy for the agony you feel on your bare skin. You could have been a predator like me. You chose to be a F-toy. You are mine to torment. Do you understand, idiot? He shouts at you. He kicks you and leaves you sobbing on the floor. You can do nothing but hope that sweet death will come. But it never comes. Huh. Okay. Interesting. So I end up in the capture of a vampire. That's great. I'm so happy for this. Alright. Go in the forest. Let's see. Continue on the path. Follow him. Follow his route back. Descend. And let's turn on the lights. Let me just look in the third room just because I didn't see that. Small chain tied to the wall. It's a bracelet at its end. There are 2 metal buckets. They're both empty. You notice a metal key on the floor. Take the key. Alright, so I got the key. So let's examine the second room. Save her. Alright, crouch down, tie her foot. With the key you got, you unlock the bracelet. She is free. She also knows that her... Yep, okay, well, let's run with her. You hold the woman's hand and rush to the ladder. Your other hand holds your phone so that you enlighten the corridor. But as you reach the ladders, you feel something hits your stomach. You can't understand it. You saw nothing in front of you, but there is something. Your phone falls to the ground. You can't see anything. The woman screams, oh no, he came. You feel something grab you and smash your head to the concrete wall. Okay. So it looks like she gets captured again as well. So I'll drink. I'll eat. I'll stand up. And then... let's see. Yep, the woman is still captured. Just checking. Alright, I want to be an immortal then. Very well, he says. Stand up. You stand up and allow your master to embrace you. You feel his fangs on your neck once again. But this time he doesn't stop. You feel your whole blood is getting drained. Soon you lose consciousness. You open your eyes. You find yourself lying in a wooden coffin, but this time you are able to see. There isn't any single light source in the concrete room, but you see your environment as if you are wearing night vision goggles. You're wearing your old clothes and also gloves so you can't see your skin. You have lost your hair. It has shed. Your old hair is on the coffin's part where you put your head on. And you feel your face change too. But the most significant change is an unbearable thirst, but not for water. Welcome to a new start, my child, you hear his voice. You look around the room, but you can't see him. There are 2 coffins and a mirror in the room. They think that our kind can't be seen on the mirror. False. Take a look at yourself. You step outside the coffin and walk to the mirror. You are in terror with what you see in the mirror. You don't carry a human face anymore. Your skin has scales like a snake. Its color is a light gray, almost white. Your ears are long and have pointy tips. Your eyes are all red. You slowly open your mouth to see your sharp teeth. You scream, break down, and cry in despair. Then you feel his hand, claw to be exact, on your shoulder. He stands on your back. Now you are able to see his hand. It is scaled like your skin. Look at me, he orders. You and for some reason you can't disobey your master. You involuntarily look at the mirror to see the immortal entity behind you. His body is tall, naked, and has a humpback. His skin is almost white and scaled, but his face, it is the ugliest thing you've ever seen. It is the embodiment of evils, torture, murder, rape, and envy. Envy for everything that is pretty and fair. I will teach you everything I know, your new and only now parent says with a hideous smile. Huh. Okay. That was weird. Very weird. Okay, well. Not sure what to say about that one. At least there was something supernatural about that one. Because the doll one definitely wasn't. The funeral one is a little questionable. And the crystal skull is just odd too. Okay, well that was evil beneath the ground. I guess next time we will check out Crystal Skull 2. I'm wondering if it's going to continue actually from the actual Crystal Skull one, or if it will be just another thing entirely. I guess we'll see next time. But for now, this is StarPrincessHLC saying thank you very much for watching, and have a fond farewell.